News just coming in. A model from Kolkata was brutally murdered in the city of Bengaluru by a 22-year-old Ola cab driver. The driver, identified as Nagesh, was arrested by the police for the murder of Pooja Singh Day, a model based in Kolkata. The incident took place as she was on her way to the airport at about 4 a.m. on the 31st of July. The driver allegedly drove her to an isolated place and demanded that she hand over all her valuables. And when she refused, the driver hit her on the head with a jack rod. When she regained consciousness and tried to escape, the driver stabbed her 22 times, smashed her head with a boulder, and dumped her body a few kilometers away from the airport. The murder came to light when the model's husband realized something was wrong and came down to Bengaluru. At the same time, the villagers informed the cops that they had spotted a body smeared in blood. The cops managed to identify Pooja by the clothes that she was wearing. Neha Hebale joining us on the phone line. So Neha, a very, very gruesome murder, one that has come to light quite a few weeks later after the incident actually occurred. Can you tell us what happened?
Absolutely, that's right. Of course, on the day that the incident actually happened, do remember that it was the wee hours. It was about 4 a.m. That's when she left her house, and it was just a little while later that this happened. So clearly, of course, incidents like this just brings to light the unsafety and how women have to grapple with the drivers, with be it Ola cab drivers or Uber cab drivers. It is really becoming an unsafe city for women, and also now the modus operandi, what we're going to understand, like you rightly said, it seems like he first, of course, hit her on the head with a jack rod, after which later she was stabbed and then her head was even smashed. It is most gruesome, most unfortunate, but it did take the cops quite a while to crack this entire case, simply because there was no identification possible of her body. It was only later that, the cops had to, of course, form a lot of special teams, after which they identified her by her clothes. A lot of bills were checked from Kolkata and from Delhi as well. A lot of clothes bills were checked, and then later, once of course her husband also came down to Bengaluru. Do remember, it doesn't just end at that. The driver even went on to message the husband demanding 5 lakh rupees because he was unhappy with with the valuables that he found on Pooja. It was just 500 rupees and 2 mobile phones that he found. So unhappy, he's waited for 2 days. He's turned on one of the mobile phones and even messaged the husband of Pooja demanding 5 lakh. And that's when the husband realized that something is amiss, and he's come down to Bengaluru. He's filed a complaint, and the investigation began into this case. But it is really unfortunate what happened, and we're also given to understand that the cops have managed to, get the driver to confess that this is something that he was planning for quite some time. All he was waiting was for a vulnerable customer.
Right. So that, of course, speaks volumes about how dangerous it is even now for women to take a cab in cities like Bangalore. In all the metros, these incidents are being reported. So clearly, there has to be now systems in place to ensure safety for women who choose to take these cabs. Thanks, Neha, for joining us with your inputs.